I have a request from you.
You don't get no requests, Ed.
I want you to learn from this experience.
You learned from it, Ed.
I want you to.
You learned from it.
I want you to.
I've already learned.
Have you?
I remember thinking, I'm about to beat this bitch up.
Oh my God!
Ooh. And baby, if I'm in a bad mood, this is your big toe. Just put it in my mouth, very deep into my throat.
And down your throat.
Yeah, and
so she shuts up.
Yeah, it's like a pacifier in my mouth.
Brother,
And Alex is already doing too much, and he's so burnt out. But I'm also really disappointed because I didn't want to do it to push us apart. Like, I'm doing it now so we can have a better future together.
You are so dumb. You are really dumb. For real.
Talking about the what are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
That's more important.
You don't even know what they're saying.
I'm listening to the interpretation. I'm reading body language, okay?
Go!
Hey guys, welcome back to 90 Day Fiance. Okay, happy ever after. So yesterday we did Angela, Sophie, and Kobe. Today we're gonna do Liz, Patrick, Alex, and Jasmine. Let's start off with Liz and Ed first. So we see Ed, and he's talking to his dog better than he talks to women.
Hi, Leah. What's the matter? Why are you guys sad? What's the matter?
Then we see Liz still crying. She says that she has to say goodbye to him. Like, do you really have to? Just drop the keys off the table and leave.
I don't know how you go from loving someone so much to just wishing that they didn't even exist. I really don't want to see him. Take a deep breath.
So Ed says that he gets why she's mad at him, but it's her fault and not his because she's the one that keeps flying off the handle. Okay. So Liz returns the keys to him, and Ed tries to apologize for talking to her mom the way that he did, but he really isn't taking accountability, and he's just making a whole bunch of excuses, and Liz is just fed up.
Doesn't matter who comes at you.
Well,
just know.
That's hearsay.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, but
Thank you for your apology. There's no excuse.
Thank you.
Own it. You should have done it.
Is.
You don't talk to women that way, period.
And that's a period. And then he says that he has a request for her, but she's like, no, I don't want to hear it. And he continues the request anyways. He says that he wants her to learn from this experience, and then he tells her that he's worried for her next relationship as if it's any of his business. He says that if she doesn't change, then she won't be happy.
I'm worried about your next relationship. I want you to be happy.
My next relationship?
And if you don't change, you're never going to be happy.
If I don't change.
Correct.
If I don't change.
If you don't change.
Says the one who can't talk to a woman.
Like the Mucinex guy is really telling her how to be happy. Make it make sense. So Liz finally snaps and says that all she's doing is trying to say goodbye to him, and he's just trying to bring up what she should do better in her next relationship.
You don't know how to talk to women.
Excuses. You don't even know how to talk to me. Why don't you just start?
Liz,
why don't you
don't know how to talk to men.
You're not a man, Ed. You're a child.
Okay, bye.
So she finally storms off, and honestly, she should have done that the first time he said, "Can I get a request?" Like, come on.
I have a request from you.
You don't get no requests, Ed.
Let's go.
So he calls her triggered, and she leaves crying. Honestly, the whole scene just pissed me off. Ugh, look at that loser peeking over his window. He's probably on his tippy toes right now. Now for Patrick and Thais. Theirs was juicy. So, remember the last episode where Thais' dad was upset at Josiah for charging them for like the party? Well, in this episode, they're still going at it, and Patrick says that he doesn't like the fact that he's in their business. So, while they're going back and forth, John has no idea what they're saying. And this is pretty evident in like the whole segment. He doesn't get what anybody is saying.
Talking about the what are you talking about?
Oh God, aposentado.
So John says that Josiah shouldn't be charging them for the apartment, and then Patrick explains that he used to stay with his dad for free, so it shouldn't be a big deal by paying his dad back for an apartment every month that they don't even live in. Then for some reason, Carlos tells Josiah that he doesn't like Patrick because he never asked for his blessing to marry Thais. And then he also says that he never apologized to this day. And Thais doesn't say anything. She literally says nothing. And finally, as if you can hear the heavens rejoicing, John spoke up.
Let's be honest here. Thais lied to you, so therefore you weren't able to get my brother to ask you for the blessing to kiss the ring. So therefore, he was not able to ask the blessing because you didn't tell your father.
So Carlos finally shuts up, but Thais keeps rambling saying it's all about respect and blah blah blah. Enough is enough, Thais. So now the dinner ends with both Thais and Patrick both worried that both their parents are going to cause problems at the party. So I'm going to just fast forward through this scene because it's not really that important. All you gotta know is that nothing really happened, and they just continue talking about how nobody likes Patrick's dad, and also how they shouldn't keep the apartment, and how Patrick still wants to keep it, and blah blah blah.
We didn't come here to stupid ass argue about a goddamn apartment.
Moving on. So now they're meeting up with Thais' friends for drinks. Thais tells us that her friends do not like Patrick because they feel like he basically stole her from them, and also made her get married way too quickly. Like, gee, she's a grown adult. Relax.
Calm down.
Well, they sit down and Patrick causes the drink to fall over. So then the next friend joins in, and then all of a sudden, the first girl starts going off on Patrick. So she basically starts telling Patrick that he moved on way too fast. Then she asks him if he's even treating Thais right. And then she brings up when Patrick kissed the girl while he was still dating Thais. And she says that if he did it once, that he can definitely do it again. So then Patrick is like, no bitch, Thais and I weren't even officially together. So get your facts straight.
So fala errado, porque nós não estamos em casamento quando isso aconteceu. Telling her about Sarah.
Isn't what's important where you guys are now, you know?
Natalia is extremely rude.
Yeah.
And then the friend's like, well, you still shouldn't have done what you've done. And then Patrick says that it was in the past and they didn't even hook up. And then the friend said that he was still cheating. Like, girl, calm down. What the fuck are you even going on about? Like, they were obviously never official when it happened. And you could just tell that this woman is starting drama just to rattle up their marriage. And Thais is not helping either because she's honestly encouraging her in her behavior.
Eu só quero falar a verdade.
Then they asked him if he knows what a cuckold is, which I thought was very weird that they brought that up. Like, what was the point?
Você sabe o que é corno?
Corno?
When you cheat on someone here, when, for example, a lady cheat on you, so you are?
Bitch.
Also, I thought that it meant when a man lets his wife cheat on him because it turns him on. I don't know. Anyways, John accidentally got himself into the conversation now because they start going off on him for inviting those girls over with Thais and Patrick still in the house. So then they called John a bad influence and said that he encourages Patrick to cheat on Thais. And so the first girl calls him an asshole and John calls her a slut. And then just like that, she throws a drink on him.
Você quer get?
Honestly, that's unfortunate for John, but you can't insult someone and not expect to get insulted back. You called him an asshole how many times? Okay, he called you a slut once. You threw the drink. Grow up. Next is Alexei and Loren, and oh my gosh, you guys, this one pissed me off. So Alexei decides to bring the kids over to Loren's parents' house because the daycare is closed. He tells us that Loren is still in pain and really can't do anything, and so he's drained from doing everything.
Just like I feel drained, I guess. I don't know. I feel tired from all the stress and information, and like on top of, you know, the kids and Loren and recovery and all of that.
So right now, Alexei's kind of like a married single dad because he's currently doing everything. And you can kind of tell that he's starting to show resentment over Loren because of it.
She chose this way, you know?
Oh my God. So she cried to you? Or...
All the time, every day. The second I come to work, she starts. I'm like, stop bitching already. You wanted this, I will forget. I'm not gonna.
Right.
Loren's mom said that even though the doctor said that Loren will be out of commission for 6 to 8 weeks, he generally thought that it would be more like 4. And overall, the man is just struggling. And I feel so bad for him. Why couldn't she just wait? Okay, so now Alexei just finished putting the kids to sleep and Loren's folding laundry. So he comes in and he's like, you're doing the laundry again? And then Loren's like, yeah, I'd rather do it every day than an hour once a week. Sorry, but I just think that's kind of dumb. Who would pick doing it every single day when you can just do it once a week? Spend that hour. It just doesn't make sense. Anyway, she tells him that the doctor said that she should stop doing everything, and Alexei's just so over it.
You can fold the laundry.
He was telling me that all of these repetitive movements are basically going to ruin my surgery.
It's not going to ruin your surgery. Okay, so what do you want me to do? You want to go lay down on the bed all day and that's it? I can't do that. You had 3 babies.
He's like, she downplayed the recovery, and Loren's like, no, I didn't think it would be this bad. I was just trying to do it for you.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
She was saying that, yeah, don't worry, nothing gonna change. I just can't lift heavy things. But now she can't move, she can't lift, she can't look up, she can't look down.
And Alexei's like, I already told you to go to the gym and you didn't want to do that. But instead, you want to get surgery and you want to wake up overnight and be like a Barbie doll. And then finally, Loren admits that she's glad that she downplayed it.
But you downplayed it and you told me it's nothing.
I'm glad I downplayed it because if I didn't,
you would have still done it.
But you would have not supported me. I'm glad I downplayed it.
You suck!
And honestly, what a horrible person. And now she has the audacity to say that she's doing it now so they can have a better future together. Like, girl, what the actual fuck? Now you're making your husband suffer because you let your insecurities take control over you. Okay, last but not least, Jasmine and Gino. I'm gonna keep it short. Okay, so they're gonna go talk about what happened a couple of days ago with how both of them expressed what a real man and what a real woman should be. And while driving there, Jasmine says that she is exhausted. And when Gino says that he's exhausted too, she's like, oh, poor Gino.
I am exhausted, mentally exhausted.
I have to be honest with you, I'm mentally exhausted myself.
Poor Gino.
So Jasmine says that the arguments have affected their intimacy. I wonder why. So then she says that what he said really hurted her, and he said that he only retaliated. Gino explained that he did a lot to please her by paying for the pageant, and he couldn't get an honest thank you. So then Jasmine promised to not have arguments with him, and the look of Gino's face says otherwise.
I'm gonna work very hard on not starting an argument, and even if we're arguing, I promise on my life, Gino. Even when I'm mad at you, I will still respect you.
So you won't say hurtful things?
I won't say hurtful things purposely.
So then Jasmine says that he wants him to take the initiative with their intimacy. And Gino says that it will take him some time. And then Jasmine gets upset and wants him to think that she's attractive. And then Gino says that he is attracted to her. And then they spend some time complimenting each other.
I like your big perky breasts.
Like in my eyes, you're the most beautiful man on earth.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
If I'm in a bad mood, this is your big toe. Just put it in my mouth, very deep into my throat.
Hello? Ew. Anyways, they go and get Jasmine a dress for a pageant, and Gino's all of a sudden a fashion expert. He tells her that he almost ran for Mr. Michigan, but, okay, Gino, I don't think he would have won. Anyways, Jasmine tries on a couple of dresses, and ugh, you guys, this pageant storyline is just so boring. Like, I'm trying to make it interesting, but it's just so hard.
I could see your bright smile and how hot you are in pink. That's a stunning dress.
So then she picks this dress and they're all done. Okay, so that's the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please leave your thoughts in the comments below. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!